Do the open all.
There's really no. Why is this thing off? Get in, baby. Actually, no, don't get in. Alright, get in. You know, stick with your shit. Don't get in. Okay, so you're gonna gun it down this road in ludicrous mode, which comes from Spaceballs. Did you know that, right? You know that.
Yeah.
Don't act like not pressed against the seat. Is probably gave yourself neck pain. Actually, kind of hurts. It feels like one of those.
That's like taking off on.
It actually moved my glasses to the back of my head.
It's like taking off on Superman in Magic Mountain. You've done that one? It's a magnetic deal. It's a magnetic drive.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The accelerator in
That's
California
nothing
Adventure.
compared to California Adventure, man. California Adventure is like a walk.
I felt like that was it. And you were trying hard to keep your head off of their headrest, but you're like, oh, I'm good, I'm cool. It doesn't hurt.
I'm too cool for that.
Cool. Well, don't do it here because it's actually a turn.
Don't do it on a turn.
Turn on the turn.
I mean, the amount of takeoff you get is just ridiculous.
Okay, but stop here and then do it.
I got a car behind me. I'm with you though.
I actually feel it in my sinuses, like here.
That's pretty impressive.
It's impressive, but you know what? It's a novelty, and now that I got
Well, and then it's like, well, what do you do with it? Okay, great, we're going 100.
wow.
But it's like, it's like great. I can get a really fast speeding ticket and get my license revoked.
He's getting 60, 70, 80. That's no way. They can't clock you. It's anti-speeding. What I want to do is I want to open the beetle wings, whatever they call those.
Oh, the gull wing doors.
Yeah, the gull wings. That was fun. So, what I was gonna say. So you scrambled my brain, my friend.
I'm sorry.
You're not sorry.
Not sorry. Adjustable cup holders.
It's adjustable. It'd be cool if it had an induction.
That's pretty cool.
Was that automatic?
Yeah. So you just push it forward. That's cool.
I don't want to reveal a video how stupid I am.
Just slide back. You got little cup holders.
More cup holders. So this is.
Well, because you can't have your beer.
Okay, yeah.
spilling.
So we got to do the auto driving.
Alright,
So
how does that work?
Okay, so what you do here is you say, you have to push the voice button. You say, navigate to Rubio's.
Press the end.
Oh, the 3 does that automatically. So we're gonna do this one right here, and then.
Once we do a U-turn at Leucadia.
So this bottom lever, pull it 3 times, pull it twice. Okay, there you go. So let it go. So it should automatically.
Will it keep you at the speed limit?
1,000 feet. Make a U-turn at Quail Gardens Drive to stay on Leucadia Boulevard.
So will it change lanes?
No, but because it's not in autopilot mode, because you're like in between streets, so it doesn't drive itself.
So
In small streets, yeah. So you're gonna have to change it yourself. So we might have to get on the freeway for that.
will it
Now
stop?
make a U-turn
Yeah,
at
it
Quail
will.
Gardens Drive.
It stopped. I hope so.
It's totally stopping itself.
so.
That's not me.
So is there a freeway behind us?
The freeway's right there.
So let's go with the freeway.
Okay. So I just got one of those.
Ah, that's a nice car though.
So if will this override? Looks like it. So will it pick up? Do I have to hit the three times again?
Yeah. So if you see a little steering wheel here,
Yeah.
that's when you can press it.
So is it 2 times or 3 times? Oh, when the steering wheel shows
Yeah.
up,
So
that's
press
when
it.
you can.
Press it. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. All you did is flash a guy in front. Now he thinks there's a cop.
In 1,000 feet, make a U-turn at Saxony Road to stay
No, because
on
we're going.
Leucadia
So we're
Boulevard.
gonna cancel this.
Well, but now where's it gonna? What's it gonna do?
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take me here.
So does it recognize red lights?
It will supposedly in a few
Now
months.
turn left onto
Right.
Saxony Road.
So this is good right here.
It's awesome. It like recognizes all of the cars and like people. Like when a person was walking by, it picked up the person, which I thought was insane.
Yeah, it'll pick them up. All right, so let's do this.
So now the question is
Oh, here, do you see it? So navigate on autopilot. So now it's on. So now it's actually gonna do it for you. See that right there?
okay.
So,
Do you have to push that, or do
no.
you just?
If you push it, it'll actually disable it.
Okay.
So when it's on, then it gives you the steering wheel. See? It's all the cars.
Now,
Apparently the cars are twerking.
Yeah.
Right, so go.
Will it go?
Yeah.
Oh, it
They'll
goes
do,
on
they'll do
it-
anything. They'll
it
do anything.
goes on
If
its own.
So what's gonna happen is that the steering wheel is gonna demand that you touch it every once in a while because it doesn't want you.
Right. So that's
just-
what my car does. It'll beep at you and tell you like.
Yeah. So just kind of lightly keep your hand on here,
Okay.
and all it's looking is for a little bit, but don't touch anything. It'll do everything on its own.
So
Don't
we'll
touch
pick up
anything.
these
Just trust
people.
it. Just trust it blindly.
Just
Okay.
blindly.
You're not driving 8,000 pounds of lithium-ion, flammable battery. So it should. If it's not gonna do something for you, it should tell you.
In 500 feet, turn left to take the Interstate 5 South ramp.
So what is this? Oh.
Oh, dude! It like push button open
do-
up your.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It'll open it, but it won't close it. So
All right, but it's not going now.
It'll go.
No, I had to push the gas, but it's steering for itself.
Yeah. So give it a second. So it's gonna get on there for you. It should.
Now turn left to take the
Do I
Interstate 5
hit the
South
blinker?
ramp.
Nope. It's probably blinking already.
You think it's blinking already?
Oh,
But
I hope so.
wouldn't the light on the mirror be blinking?
Don't be asking me questions like that. I don't know. Yeah,
You
so-
should know these things if you
Yeah.
want to buy one of these. Well, let's call it what it is. If you want to lease one of these. All right.
Sending an email. I know there's a lull in silence, but it's really my inability to.
Well,
to
you're a
multitask.
typical male. We can only do one thing at a time. And I'm breathing. So now you're asking me to drive a car and breathe? I can only do one or the other.
So if I drive for long enough, you'll suffocate.
Right, right. So that's the nice thing is you can take your foot off the gas, you can inhale, you can exhale, then you put your foot back on the gas and you're driving again.
Okay.
My wife's not going to be happy with this because now I'm going to want to get one. Sorry,
Well-
babe. Not sorry.
When Erin, I got this loan from Tesla till tomorrow, but I'm debating on whether I should tell Erin I just dropped 150K. I'll just say something ridiculous, like, honey, I just emptied all of our bank
All right.
accounts. Yeah, go.
It's not going.
Press. Oh yeah, press. Yeah.
You
It
got
actually does say. It actually
It
does
says
say that.
hold. It says hold.
Wait. Oh, so.
All right. Now I feel like I got to turn. I don't know
Well,
what.
I don't know exactly. So do the thing, right?
Okay.
Twice. It actually says to keep your hands on the wheel, right?
Okay.
So, but really, you can just kind of do. I think what it does is feel resistance. So-
It just wants to know. Oh, no. Doesn't recognize red lights.
So okay, so turn it back on. All right, so let it go. No, it will recognize red lights. They said later this year. So you're gonna increase your max speed by pushing up on this little lever.
Okay.
Up.
Well, let's watch it merge. Here's someone sneaking in my little blind spot. Let's see how the car does. All right, so it flawlessly merged all by itself. That
So
was
now it's
impressive.
Mad Max mode.
I know. If it gets a little wonky, I'm gonna.
I get it. But remember, you're paying the deductible.
Well, you said it was like no more than 500.
So see, it's doing a lane change. Tap to cancel, so don't touch it. It's-
All right, well, there's
did
a
you
car.
touch it?
I didn't touch anything. There's a car there though.
That's why it hasn't done it. So yeah, so just side force. So changing lanes to the faster lane.
All right, so now it's changing. It did all that itself. It changed lanes.
I wish there was a way to flip this camera.
Well, you got to stop it, and then you turn it, and then you can.
No, but I don't want to do that.
Well, you can stop it. Wait just a second.
The idea is to have one big video. So you're not doing anything, are you?
It's doing everything itself.
You're just touching the steering wheel every once in a while.
I'm just
do a little jiggle.
I'm just tickling the steering wheel to let it know I'm still here, but I'm still attentive to its needs.
So yeah, it doesn't know whether you're touching it or not unless it feels some kind of resistance. So that's what I do. I just do a little jiggle.
Just kind of just gonna be like, I'm here.
What I do is that's why I had the seat so high and the wheel so low.
You just use
It's
your knee?
so my
oh yeah, your knee.
knee. So give it more speed like this.
So just do it up. Well, but it won't go any faster. There's cars in front of me.
Hold on. It won't, right?
And there's a car next to me, and it knows there's a car next to me. It's trying to speed up. Like it says its max is 75. It's trying to turn, but it wants to change lanes, but it knows that there's a car there.
Because I asked it to keep 4 car distances from the car in front, but I'm gonna reduce that to 3. So now it's gonna be a little bit more aggressive. You could get it down to 1.
Yeah, I prefer safe traveling distance. It's moving by itself. That's not me. That's amazing with all the traffic that it can do that.
See something. So now 2 car distances. We won't go to 1. 2 car distance is fine at this speed. I feel like it should be the faster you're going, the more car distances. But
Right, no, it really shouldn't. And I mean, think about how much that would improve the flow of traffic in the world if everyone had an autonomous car that kept everyone
so it's
at a
gonna change lanes. So yeah.
There's a car there. And it knows there's a car there, which is cool. It pops up on the display. And it knows it's 4 lanes.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
It's got 7 or 8 cameras. So turn on the signal light on its own.
Now it turned the blinkers on all by itself.
It feels
But
like a good driver is driving.
But it knows there's a car right there. So it's not. Oh, okay, so the beep beep means I overrode the.
Yeah. So push the autopilot thing twice. We're going way south here. There's no way we're gonna get anything tested. I think you got the idea.
Oh no, this is awesome.
Yeah, let's turn around.
All right.
Because we can technically make it to Mexico.
It would take us to Mexico. So now, like the Camaro's slowing down to let us over,
Oh.
but the car's not doing it because there's a car there.
See now, because you ignored the alerts, it's saying you have to drive yourself now
It's like
because you're a shitty babysitter.
you weren't doing what you're supposed to.
So now everything is manual. So now you're on the hot seat again.
I'm on the hot seat.
Right. You gonna get one?
You wanted to get off, right? You're in traffic, so slow down.
I think I like the 3 the most because it's very futuristic and simplistic. You get out here. Sign off here. Sign off. We're busy bees fluffing muffins.
For your fluffy muffins.